for the
I'm gonna take out the dog.
Yeah.
Text.
Yeah. Idle?
How'd you get here, Jay?
Way.
Way?
Which way am I going?
Of course.
Way, of course.
Where are George and Theus? Or where are...
You have to go find out my name.
Your name?
Barbara.
The Duke.
Yeah,
Barbara.
And it's Barbara and Mary.
Say your name, but you can
Barbara
call me
and Mary.
Mary first.
You
You can call me Barb.
Thanks. Oh.
Looks like a property owner.
Here we are. Should we salute?
Come in.
That looks like a tie of the 40s.
Hey, let's go.
And then I found Covert standing next to Mal's room, which is number 4. And when I came back out, I found the door was unlocked. Because we were knocked next to the water closet. And then,
How was that?
hold on. Now this question, hold
Number 1? Oh, she's
on. Room number 1.
furthest
Takes a
from
lot
it.
of roots.
That takes a lot.
That does a but oh my god.
I couldn't even open
So
the window.
I knocked on
Really?
some doors
Really?
outside, and I knocked on their doors. And a short time later, 10 minutes later, I discovered that my cabin door was open again.
From 5 floors.
And someone was cavorting about the outside who we could not get a hold of.
But I was in
Covert and the Duke says he
Duke
was.
So Mary, you arrived around 4:40 or so?
I was the last person on the train. I barely made it. But
Go Fiona. Go Fiona.
Yeah, she died young.
How did Fiona react to that story?
well, Belinda's always in style. Now there's a woman who knows how to dress.
It's my job. It's a simple dressmaker.
Just
How's your
bothers-
book doing?
Pardon?
Yeah,
How's your book doing?
My book? Oh, actually, it's because of the war. I mean, I haven't been able to do much with it, but that's about it.
You certainly must get a lot of gossip when you're selling those high fashion dresses to those high fashion people. They probably take you into their confidence.
Some fiery redhead.
Yes, but she told me her name was Bridget. She had
Like a
black
Belgian.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
salon at the palace at 2 o'clock.
But I get a photocopy.
Sure.
Wait, let me
That
get
sounds like
This is something you found in the Duke's cabin?
No, he left it in mine when he switched rooms.
There.
Dude.
The Duke was in on the invasion. That I was asked and gave Barbara cyanide gas, but she insisted it was for the use to kill mice.
Oh, is that what you killed her
They were eating her shoes.
That was what she
Nope.
was.
I put it in my father's perfume.
Bail.
You think this is really gonna get you guys? Okay, listen to this. This is about you, my lovely lady over there. I have the clue.
Major thing.
Major thing.
Wait.
All right, this may be it. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa.
No, it's there. I found an officer's uniform and a mustache.
Ooh, it was a
Puzzle.
disguise.
I
Aha.
hurried to the train station.
No wonder you ran away when asked to carry the baggage.
And I found this note laying in the hotel room. I found this
Read the
in
note again.
It says, "Hurry, darling."
You can't yet.
I know we have to read that for dessert.
But we still don't know who really killed Fiona.
We have so many clues. Let's try to put them
Oh,
together.
wait,
We
there's,
know who killed Fiona.
I think we know that I didn't kill.
Well, we're not
How
sure.
do we know that?
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Sent this to Adele, saying to meet her.
Do we
said-
know that this
Yep,
is Fiona's
yes.
signature?
Okay, so they met at the hotel. You got mad.
Let's get it analyzed.
Yeah, why did I get mad?
That's why you didn't want anybody looking inside your trunk.
Because she raised the price.
I mean, your chest.
I think that is too. We don't know that Fiona wasn't on the train.
We don't know that she was on.
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget. I just
Well,
didn't
from
have
one
a
on
chance to say it.
So go ahead.
Okay, going back to your partners. Yes.
Her partners?
My partner's Deb. That was Deb. I heard from a very good source that you were the one who killed him.
Killed him.
You heard that? Yeah. Her partner was a guy. That's what she said.
What?
That's true. I did kill him.
You know, not only that, you know how she killed her? Him? She wired his dumb sewing machine, so when she touched the sewing machine, the guy was electrocuted. I mean, that is pretty gross.
correct. I did that.
That is
This is not your average
Okay.
seamstress.
I've
Why do you
killed
wanna-
someone. Have you killed
Let's
someone?
see. Why did I kill him?
Georgia.
Georgia? Who'd
We
you
have
kill?
something to reveal. The FBI guy.
The FBI guy. I told you. I poisoned his cigarettes, and in the last meeting I gave him a cigarette.
And so is that what Fiona had against you?
It seems like I'm the only one that's innocent here.
Innocent,
Wrong.
you're on
I think
guns.
you're not.
And you're underworld hitman.
Yeah. You used to work for the government too.
Yeah.
And I guess I thought you were Fiona. And so I stabbed, and then I pulled the thing back and wiped off the blood. And I guess I thought I hit Fiona.
I
R-E-W.
think Barbara did it.
True. T-H-R-E-W.
Barbara did it. How do you know I did it?
Somebody
I
like
think she did it with cyanide that I gave her.
But it said the body was
messy.
mangled. Yeah.
The body was mangled,
Because it got
almost
thrown.
unrecognizable. Well, that would have happened from it being thrown from the
She
train.
just she
Not
admitted that she used the cyanide to poison her
Almost
father.
unrecognizable.
Yeah, I didn't. I just
I
got
mean, you
used to
throw
the
somebody
cyanide
from a
in my
speeding train in their face, hits the
Oh, you think that
side of
because
the
you gave her
bridge.
this cyanide recently?
Yeah,
thought
that's what I
bodies.
thought. And I think it was a conspiracy between Adele and Barbara. And they got together and they got Way to throw her off the train.
Oh.
Where would have
Yeah.
Fiona at the hotel room, and we don't know necessarily that she was in the trunk. She could have been in the sack that you had also. Didn't you
Yeah,
have
the
some?
sack.
I think you did.
I was the only one with the sack.
Are you sure?
She had a bag.
Yeah.
Where was your sack all the time when,
In the corner.
Are you sure you were the only one with the sack?
and there were other people?
I didn't know if it was Fiona in the sack, and they just hadn't told me that yet. So I just assumed that.
Hearing all this talk about Fiona in the sack.
I know.
Well, anyways, what I was gonna say,
Who done it?
what I was gonna say was, you killed her, and you brought her on the sack, and you thought it was your sack, and you noticed the body, or you felt the body, or you had a sense that was a body in there somehow, and you wanted to kill her anyway, so you just decided to throw her out.
Yeah, I thought I wanted to kill her too.
All right.
Well,
But
it
she
is
still
true that
killed
you're
her,
the only
wasn't
inept
it?
one in the group.
Right.
Okay, do you have a story?
I don't have a story.
You did it. Because you were in a room and I knocked on the door and you had a knife with you.
You had a saber with him. Oh,
Where did the
Belinda
sack
or,
come from?
Duke?
Belinda.
Belinda.
But where did the sack come from? She threw her out.
She dumped out your gear, took the sack to the room.
But my gear wasn't mine.
I didn't know you were in a room with a knife.
She carries a knife and she was in
Because she was getting threats.
Fiona's room when I knocked on the door.
Oh, then I really do think you did it then. Because
Then what about the, why would she
You
be
think
dressed
who
up
did
as
it?
a soldier?
Belinda.
I really do think
So I
Belinda
just
Belinda did it?
Because I don't have a murder
The
weapon.
body was discovered at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
The body was discovered at 6, yes.
And when did the train pass over the bridge? Do we
6
know?
o'clock. That's what we know. The train passed over the bridge at 6 o'clock. We don't have
At about 5:50 though, all the doors came unlocked. So Adele still had time to run to her room.
Adele was.
It's true, but
locked
during
up
the time
with
that the
rest
doors
of
were
us.
locked, what's-her-face was already in.
Belinda.
Belinda was already in.
That's right. I was there at 5:45.
She was in the room.
During
and
the through Duke's room into her room, and I had a weapon, so I used my own knife. And so
So what was in this big heavy sack? Well, there was a girl in the sack, but she wasn't dead and she wasn't Fiona. She was a pretty little somebody that weighed like
You sly dog.
Better watch for big heavy snacks again.
I'm checking his backpack. Okay.
Okay.
Imports from Maryland.
she was a pretty little,
Who's in the sack,
Wait.
Jay?
she was a pretty little somebody that Way thought he would bring along to brighten up the journey.
Makes sense to me.
He passed her
Little
through the
bimbo.
Did that?
Who's that?
amiable young lady in his canvas sack. Way then lugged her down the corridor and into his cabin. She hid in the closet when Mary, Adele, and the others passed through during the locked door incident. Adele did smell a trace of perfume on the air, but at a quiet moment, Way's lady was able to scamper down the empty corridor and up to the General's car where, rumor has it, she had a fine time. This warm, cuddly Bridget and felt that having two girls on hand, while certainly an enticing possibility, would only cause difficulties later.
Smart man.
Alright, number 7.
Hal intended to climb down into Fiona's cabin through a similar hatch at the end of the train. Unfortunately, he had tied his climbing rope securely, and clinging to this, he avoided falling onto the ground. French troops maneuvering. The legendary Kurt and Gown had failed.
So how did you try to kill her?
He was gonna slip into her apartment through another hatch, but there wasn't any.
Oh.
Okay.
And then he fell off.
You are guilty, honey.